It looks like a biological mistake. Bright red lips, tiny fins, a body that seems badly put together. The red-lipped batfish doesn't glide, chase, or swim like a fish should. It shuffles across the ocean floor like it forgot how water works. At first it feels funny, almost fake, like a deep-sea joke that escaped a lab. But then you notice something unsettling. Every strange feature has a purpose. Every awkward movement is deliberate. And the closer you look, the more it feels less like a joke and more like a trap. So what if this fish looks wrong because it's designed for a world that breaks all the rules we expect? The red-lipped batfish lives near the Galápagos Islands, usually between shallow coastal waters and depths of around 75 meters. This is not the crushing darkness of the deep sea. Sunlight still reaches down here, cameras work, divers can follow it, and that's what makes the batfish so disturbing. There is no extreme pressure to explain its shape, no total darkness forcing strange adaptations. It looks like this by choice, not necessity. At first glance, the body seems clumsy. It's flat and squat, barely longer than a dinner plate, usually around 25 centimeters from head to tail. The head is oversized. The eyes sit forward, staring rather than scanning. The fins look too small to do anything useful. And when it moves, it doesn't swim. It walks. High-definition footage shows the batfish using its pectoral and pelvic fins like stiff little legs, pushing itself across the seafloor one slow step at a time. The motion is awkward and heavy. Sand puffs up beneath it. Algae bends as it passes. This is not how a fish is supposed to move. Most fish survive by staying off the bottom. Swimming keeps them away from predators and helps them cover ground to find food. The batfish does the opposite. It presses itself against the seabed where it is most visible and moves as little as possible. To a human eye, it looks vulnerable, exposed, almost helpless. But the longer you watch, the more that impression starts to crack. The fins aren't weak, they are rigid, strong enough to hold the body steady against currents. The flat shape isn't clumsy, it is stable, like a tripod pressed into the sand. And the batfish isn't trying to go anywhere, it is staying exactly where it wants to be. Then there are the lips, bright red, sharply outlined, and completely out of place. In underwater footage, they stand out even in dim light, a bold splash of color on an otherwise dull brown body. For years, people assumed they were decorative or accidental. But animals don't waste energy on decoration, especially not animals that live close to the bottom, where food can be scarce and competition is constant. Researchers believe the lips act as a visual signal, most likely for recognizing members of the same species during mating. In a world where visibility is low and movement is minimal, color becomes a shortcut. A quick confirmation. Friend, not food. Seen up close, the lips stop being funny. They become intentional. And once you accept that, everything else starts to shift. The red-lipped batfish is a poor swimmer by design. Its fins cannot generate speed, and its body creates drag rather than lift. If it tried to chase prey, it would lose fast. But it does not chase. It waits. Hours of remotely operated vehicle footage show batfish barely moving at all. They settle into the sand, tilt their heads slightly upward, and stay perfectly still. Small fish pass by. Crustaceans wander close. Nothing happens. The batfish does not react. It looks passive, almost asleep. But this stillness is not weakness. It is restraint. Because the batfish is not broken. It is specialized for something very specific. And the closer you look, the clearer it becomes that swimming was never the plan. If it does not hunt by speed and it does not hunt by strength, then the real question is simple. How does a fish that barely moves manage to eat at all? The answer lies in a detail most people miss. Just above the batfish's mouth is a thin, rod-like structure tucked neatly against its head. It looks harmless, easy to overlook, but this is where the illusion ends. This small appendage is a modified dorsal spine known as an illicium, and at its tip is a lure. In slow-motion footage, the batfish barely moves its body at all. Only the tip of that spine twitches. It wiggles just enough to look alive. To a small fish or crustacean drifting past, it resembles food. A worm. A shrimp. Something easy. The batfish does not chase the bait. The bait comes to it. This kind of hunting is rare among fish, but devastatingly efficient. Instead of wasting energy swimming through open water, the batfish turns the seafloor into a stage. It waits. Minutes pass, sometimes hours. The lure moves again. Just a flick, just enough. When the prey comes close, the batfish strikes with sudden speed. The mouth opens wide, creating a sharp suction that pulls the animal in before it has time to react. Then everything goes still again. No chase, no struggle, just silence. This explains why the batfish looks the way it does. The flat body keeps it anchored. The stiff fins act like braces, locking it in place. The oversized head houses a mouth built for ambush, not pursuit. Even the eyes face forward, fixed on the small patch of water directly in front of it. This fish doesn't need to see far. It only needs to see close. In laboratory studies and field observations near the Galápagos, researchers have noted that red-lipped batfish spend most of their active time doing almost nothing. Compared to fast-moving reef fish, their energy use is extremely low. This matters in an environment where meals are unpredictable and competition is constant. Every movement costs calories. Stillness saves them. And then there is the walk. High-resolution seabed footage shows the batfish stepping over rocks, coral rubble, and sand using its fins like jointed limbs. It is slow, awkward, and deeply unsettling to watch. Fish are not supposed to move like this, but walking allows the batfish to reposition without lifting its body into open water, where it would be exposed and vulnerable. It stays low, always grounded, always ready. This is why the red-lipped batfish feels wrong to us. We expect fish to glide, to flow, to disappear into water. The batfish refuses all of that. It behaves more like a land predator trapped underwater, waiting, watching, luring. Its bright red lips add to that discomfort. Against the muted browns and greys of the seabed, they draw attention. Not to scare prey, but possibly to communicate with others of its kind. In a low-light world where movement is rare, color becomes a signal that cuts through the gloom. Some scientists believe the lips help batfish identify mates without needing to approach too closely, reducing risk and wasted energy. Everything about this animal is efficient, even when it looks absurd. Seen from above, resting motionless on the sand, the batfish barely looks alive. It blends into the bottom like debris. But seen up close, every feature tells the same story. This is not a failed swimmer. It is a specialist ambush predator, tuned to a narrow slice of the ocean where patience beats speed. And that is the uncomfortable part. The red-lipped batfish does not survive by being stronger, faster, or smarter in the way we usually recognize. It survives by doing almost nothing at all, by waiting for other animals to make mistakes, by turning stillness into a weapon. Once you realize that, the lips stop being funny, the walk stops being awkward, and the fish stops looking broken. It starts looking deliberate. If this is what careful design looks like on the ocean floor, maybe the strangest creatures aren't the ones that move too much, but the ones that don't move at all. So if this kind of quiet predator fascinates you, like and subscribe and take a dive into why sperm whales get deadlier the deeper you go.